Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, the show that unpacks the science behind our world. Have you ever wondered how we truly know if a new policy is working, not just today, but 10 years from now? Or how an entire generation's views on life change as they grow older? It's one thing to take a snapshot in time, but it's another thing entirely to watch the whole movie unfold. Today, we're talking about the incredible scientific tool that lets us do just that. The longitudinal survey. In our constantly changing world, understanding how societies transform is a massive undertaking. We need to track everything from public opinion to economic trends. And the best way to do that isn't with a single photo, but with a motion picture. A longitudinal study is like a movie of society, capturing the dynamic nature of our lives over weeks, months, or even decades. At its heart, a longitudinal survey is a research method that repeatedly collects information from the same individuals or groups over a long period. This is the complete opposite of a cross-sectional survey, which is that snapshot I mentioned, gathering data from different people at a single moment. Imagine a new educational program. A snapshot study might compare test scores of students in the program versus those who aren't. That's useful, but it doesn't show the journey. A longitudinal survey would follow the same students from day one to graduation, testing them at multiple points. This paints a much richer picture of how they actually learned and grew. Now, this isn't a one-size-fits-all method. There are a few different types, each for a different kind of question. First up are panel studies. This is the classic design, where researchers follow the exact same group of individuals, the panel, for a very long time. By checking in with the same people, you can track individual changes with amazing precision. A famous example is the British Household Panel Survey, which has given us priceless data on how life in Britain has changed. Next, we have cohort studies. These focus on a specific group of people who share a common life event, like being born in the same year or graduating from the same university. The key difference here is that researchers survey people from this group at each stage, but not necessarily the exact same individuals. This is perfect for understanding the story of a particular generation. Then there are trend studies. You see these all the time. Think of public opinion polls that track a political leader's approval rating. They are designed to spot trends in a population by repeatedly drawing new samples from that same population, but they aren't talking to the same people each time. Finally, there's a clever one called a retrospective survey. This is a one-time survey where you ask people to remember and report on their past. It's like getting long-term data without the weight. But its big weakness is that it relies on human memory, which, as we all know, can be a bit fuzzy. So why go to all this trouble? The advantages are huge. The biggest benefit is simply being able to see and analyze change over time. You can move beyond static facts and understand the dynamics of how things happen. This also helps establish cause and effect. If you observe that a group of people increased their exercise, and then you observe their health problems decrease, you have much stronger evidence that one caused the other. This method also lets us tell the difference between a short-term blip and a long-term trend. For example, a single survey might find a 10% poverty rate, but a longitudinal study can reveal if that's the same 10% of people stuck in poverty, or if a larger number of people are just experiencing poverty temporarily. Of course, this powerful tool comes with some serious challenges. First, these studies are incredibly time-consuming and expensive. Getting funding for a project that will last for decades is a major hurdle. The other massive challenge is keeping participants in the study. This is called attrition. People move, they lose interest, or they just get tired of being surveyed. This can shrink the sample size and introduce bias into the results. Researchers also have to be careful about consistency. The questions and methods used in year 1 have to be the same in year 20 to make a fair comparison. But despite these hurdles, the impact of longitudinal studies is undeniable. In public health, the famous Framingham Heart Study, which started way back in 1948, has completely changed our understanding of cardiovascular disease. Economists use this data to study income mobility, and sociologists use it to understand how family structures are changing. From education to psychology, this method provides insights we couldn't get any other way. In our modern era of big data, the science of tracking societies is only getting more powerful. New technologies are making it easier to collect data and keep participants engaged. Longitudinal surveys are our best tool for understanding the complex, ever-shifting tapestry of human society. They allow us to understand the past, navigate the present, and hopefully build a better future. Thanks for tuning in to Fun Facts Online.